you led the pack. Listen, I mean, for every glass ceiling that there was for females who wanted to rock out and rock hard, like you busted the ceiling for everyone. And I'm sure you get told this probably every time you meet a fellow female musician, right?
Yeah, that's really true. I mean, I think we were pretty dogged going into the job, and being military brats, Marine Corps brats, didn't hurt either. And so we were pretty brave and ready to just be the Beatles and not try to marry the Beatles, be the force, and lead the force, lead the charge. And so I guess, yes, all those elements kind of stacked up in our favor. And we were not shy about it.
Well, and at the end of the day, you were talented. You had what it took, right? I mean, you can shred.
We started very young, because I was like 8 when I started playing guitar, saw the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show. Mm-hmm. And then I was just hell bent from that moment forward to be a competent guitar player and songwriter and singer and whatever. Anything about rock, I wanted to do it. So I got my wish.
Having started at the age of 8, right? And I know a lot of people will say they still haven't mastered their craft. That aside, at what age do you feel like you really got good at it? Where you're like, I've got a handle of this, I can hold my own, and I can rock, I can do this. I play guitar, period.
Right. I was obsessed with learning how to play guitar, and I learned really fast. I mean, I just absorbed the guitar, with every molecule I could put into it. And my DNA is guitar, so I was born to play. And like Anne was kind of born to sing, she's got that extra gift that just works for her as a singer. I have got that as a player, I guess. And it's my best friend, Right.
Do you have favorite guitars that are like that? It has to be the one that you hold when you are trying to create new music. Obviously, there's certain songs that you've written in the past, but when you're trying to get inspired to create new.
Yeah, I mean, I have my friends, my best friend guitars around. There's a Martin signature Martin that I designed with the Martin Company. That's a real favorite for stage or for writing or just sitting around playing, just learning, creating for acoustic. And then my old blue Telecaster that I've had for eons, it's like a 62 or 3 blue Telecaster, Lake Placid blue Telly. That's my go-to main man electrically. So, those are my favorite boyfriends.
I'm sure you just have story after story of being out on the road with fellow musicians that are all mega superstars like yourself. Which tours stick out in your mind, and which bands were the easiest to tour with? A follow-up question, which ones were the most fun to tour with, which may not have been easy?
I think many times we've been out with Cheap Trick, and they're just the greatest people you'd ever want to know. And they're the sweetest, funniest, smartest rock guys you could ever hang out with. And, the last time we were out and they were on the tour with us, I came out during one of the big ballads that they did, where Rick Nielsen's out there on his little, he's got a tiny little stage that he stands on top of with a board on it, and stuff like that. And he throws picks out, and Robin Zander gets down on his knees at one point, on this one big ballad that they do. And I came up from behind him and I put the cape on his shoulders during his big, his big moment on stage. He's kneeling on on his knees. So, and he didn't know it was me. And so I kissed him on the cheek and he was like, what?
Yeah, right.
So, yeah. So we always, had shenanigans with those guys. Really fun.
What song gets you excited to play still? Because listen, they're all great songs. We love hearing them, but you've played them a million times each. Which one do you still get psyched to play?
Oh, many of them. I think there's a lot of great heart songs that are still really fun to play. Even Barracuda, Crazy on You with the acoustic intro. Straight On is a good one. It's really funky. And it's a good dance thing to dance to. And stuff like Mistral Wind is a lot more challenging, but more kind of, epic. And it takes up a lot of space, songs like Mistral.
And what songs do you like to warm up to when you're sound checking and warming up? Do you do heart songs or do you like to pull out other ditties?
We pull out all kinds of ditties when we're sound checking because it's fun, it's off the beaten path. And so we do, we'll do like Tom Petty songs or we'll do Beatles songs or, we could do almost any kind of song that's been on the radio that we grew up with, kind of stuff. So that's always really fun to do. I mean, I'm entertaining an idea to do a whole album of Tom Petty songs because of all those amazing songs, and to reinterpret, as a female vocalist too, would be really an interesting spin on that. I don't know, I might do it.
Have you ever heard another band cover your stuff and been impressed, like a male voice doing the heart stuff?
Well, I don't think that's very easy to pull off because the key, for one thing, it's going to be so high. But there's a lot of guys in rock that sing very, very high. I just don't think anybody's really done it. I think we got to put the challenge out there. Yeah, maybe we should have a contest.
I think we need to rearrange it, drop the key a little bit, and I'd love to hear some baritone doing it.
That would be really interesting, because when you change the gender around, it can really change this, the meaning. And like when we first did that one huge hit that we had way back when called All I Want to Do Is Make Love to You. It was written by Mutt Lange, right? So when we sang it, we changed the gender around. And that's why it got banned in Ireland. Because
it got banned.
A wanted woman who picks up a stray man in her car and then uses him for, sex or whatever, has his child out of wedlock.
Woo!
We got, banned in Ireland, which was we felt really cool about that.
I'm sure. That is awesome. Well, listen, you've accomplished a lot, getting inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but you know what? Getting banned in Ireland's pretty rad.
That's really good. Really. That's how rock can you get? That's pretty rock.
What trophies do you keep on display? Because I know at this point you've got so many awards that they're probably in cardboard boxes.
To build a whole new wing onto the house.
I know, right?
All these awards. No, I love the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame award. I love having that next to my grandma's piano. You see behind me, probably there. And there's an ASCAP award that's really pretty. Now the She Rocks award, it's kind of matches the ASCAP award. And it's just nice to be acknowledged, because I never was out for the awards of it all, but I was always out for the respect of having done a good job, like having been a competent musician who was acknowledged for the work. And I think there's nothing wrong with getting some awards for that. Nothing wrong with that at all for me.
It always feels nice to be told, good job.
Yeah. Pat on the back.
Good job. Well, good job. You finished the interview with us today. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure chatting with you. I truly love your music, and thank you for giving AXS TV some time.
Oh, not a problem. Anytime.